First carry for Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 64 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now Williams.
He's got Allen. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
To throw, it's Williams.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
They'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Swift.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Swift with his 4th rushing. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
105 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's Williams. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense.
They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Back to the running game with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They trail here in the 2nd quarter as this next drive begins with a 1st and 10. from the shotgun. A throw for Williams. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Allen's got it complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To the air, Williams.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll search for a... The second quarter of a game that's... On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. It's complete to Odunze.
Down, Chicago!
Rome Odunze.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have...
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. On play action, here's Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Tommy Sweeney,
His 1st touchdown on the year.
the Jags defense back on the field for this next possession.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 2nd down, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And this is going to be incomplete.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. Looking to throw is Williams.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Williams going to look to throw again. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for.
That's what wide receivers know is going to happen when they walk out on the edge with this young man. It's 10-on-10 football. Defensive coordinators, they put him over there by himself. Everybody else, do your job.
Isn't this what you want from a corner? You want a guy like Sauce Gardner. You want a guy like Trayvon Diggs, someone like Jalen Ramsey, that you know he's eliminating whoever he stands across from. And we get it every play. Yum. Each throw is either incomplete, picked off, or it's a tough catch. That's the sort of player I want playing the corner position.
Yeah, RC, I agree with you on that. When you turn on the tape, I mean, you see the consistency week in, week out. He had an amazing start. His technique is the best of any player at his position. This guy can go.
Lock down.
I mean, you already. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they loving us no more. No, R&R's the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing left to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
36 ticks to go in half number one. To throw, Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here, trailing in this third quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll try to put together a stop as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. Now Williams throwing to start the drive.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And down to the 36-yard line here.
141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. There's a nice move. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now it's Swift.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. On the option to give to Swift here.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15.
To the sideline and incomplete. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They're out there trying to protect this fourth quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's Williams. Off play action. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An Incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Williams. And that will be incomplete.
Getting a hand on that one, Avonte Maddox. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They'll have to defend the short field here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10.
Williams now throwing to start the drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And past the 30 down to about the 27.
Asking what was said and who was involved. Too focused on people's feedback and proving them wrong. They say the shoe can always fit no matter who for the song.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
Williams on the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pulled in by Allen on the sideline. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. 1st down throw by Williams. Has his man. It's Odunze.
And the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one,
They will run it with Swift here.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Jacksonville, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.